Well, we're having this conference on the Pope's encyclical Laudato Si. It's partly because we're celebrating the 40th anniversary of the Justice and Peace Commission in Scotland. And when it was formed 40 years ago, of course, there were many justice and peace issues. But I suspect one of them was not really climate change and the environment, whereas that's very much to the fore, and it's been very much to the fore this year in all that Justice and Peace have been doing. So we're gathering here with 120 very committed people to discuss what we can do for the environment and what we can do regarding climate change.
Well, the idea behind the day was to make the Catholic Church, the Catholic community in Scotland, more familiar with a really truly seminal encyclical, Laudato Si, and to put what Pope Francis is suggesting that we do, put it into practice within our church communities in Scotland, and to expose people to the richness of the encyclical.
A few years ago, the only person really talking properly about this was Pope Francis. Laudato Si remains a prophetic, challenging document to the Church, which the need to respond to now is greater than ever. Yesterday we had the global climate strikes, young people marching across the world about this crisis. Today is the UN International Day of Peace, and General Secretary Antonio Guterres has declared that climate change, the climate crisis, is a threat to peace and stability in the world.
It's wonderful. It really, the timeliness of this conference, especially after the global climate strikes and just before the UN conference on climate change next week, it really brings home to people just how this is an issue for the Church. It's not just an issue for the environmental movement or others. We as a Church need to get very deeply connected and engaged in how we're responding to climate change here in Scotland. So I'm here to talk about what the Church in Ireland has been doing to put Laudato Si into practice over the past few years. I'm heading up a group in Trócaire, which is the Irish ski AF, that are looking to implement Laudato Si in the Church in Ireland. The book is published by Veritas and it's widely available online. The book's called Climate Generation: Awakening to Our Children's Future, and it's available on veritas.ie and widely available in online bookshops.
I think we've learned that there's quite a lot to be done, and there's a whole lot of different elements to it, and that we have to pull all these elements together somehow to make a difference. But we need to do that because otherwise we're on a path to nothing really. If we don't do that. So I hope people have liked the day. I hope they've got something from it. We tried as much as possible to. It's a snapshot of a few different concepts, so that it's the beginning of a conversation. It's not the end of it. It's the beginning of a conversation on all these different topics: ethical finance, divestment, what you can do locally, that kind of thing. So hopefully people will go away energised and doing something in their parish.
The level of interest we've had is amazing. We sold this out a couple of weeks ago, which is great for us as an organisation, but great to see there is an interest across Scotland. Scotland is doing, as a country, better than some in terms of responding, recognising the climate crisis, recognising the change that needs to happen, and it's important for the Church to be part of this. The Church has always taken positions on social issues for a long time, and this one needs to be taken really seriously and urgently.
Well, Laudato Si was published in 2015. It's had an enormous impact, not just within the Catholic Church, but also outside the Catholic Church. If you go to any kind of conference at all on these issues, everyone's read Laudato Si, and if Catholics haven't read it, they should be ashamed. Really, it's worth reading, and it's an easy read. The Pope speaks in simple language, but very challenging language that we need to do something and do something now.